All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads, and this is our Get Started class. And it's always a fun class because we have so many new people joining us. We have a lot of people from our old office clients and a lot of new people just learning about us. And this is our Get Started class, which is really designed for new clients, but we add so many new tools every month and often more often than once a month that it's always wise to get back in. I would say check in with us on a quarterly basis of what's going on. So if you look at this list here on the left-hand side of our homepage, it says, get buyers and sellers with or without listings. And that's very true. We've got more than 200 tools in the system now that you can use either on social media or in your CRM or in print in your farm markets. Lots of different tools that capture leads. A lot of people look at us and go, well, I have a single property website. I have a flyer. I have this and that. And that might be right. We used to have a really great competitor called CirclePix years ago. And then they got swallowed up and kind of destroyed like many companies. And if you lined our tools up right side by side with theirs, it was like a 90% overlap. But when I would talk to offices who use CirclePix and I ask them, how many leads are you generating? Like brokerages, I have the answer is, oh yeah, like 4. We got 4 leads this month. CirclePix. Our clients, meaning agents, not just offices, but agents like many of you on this call, often generate hundreds of leads a month. And many of you generate hundreds of leads a week. And so while our tools sound like, the tool that you have readily available with you, because some of you are from, great brands, Remax, Keller Williams, MVP. You have a lot of tools available, because companies are always investing in technology. And they may sound like, hey, I got a virtual tour, I have a flyer, I have this or that. And there's just no company that has as many call to actions and abilities to capture leads as Listings to Leads. So you really kind of want to look at what we're doing and get your arms around it and incorporate it in your business. Now, before we started, I kind of pulled up this article. This came out from Inman in September of this year, 2022. And we were really excited. Scott saw this and he said to me, he's like, do you know about this? So Inman surveyed all their clients, all the realtors like you, and asked what is worth the hype, right? Because this space, it's so noisy. I think it's every 5 minutes a realtor retires and starts a new tech company. So it's just the messiest field I've ever worked in. But we've been doing this for 13 years. And we were really surprised to see that Listings to Leads is right here under TikTok. It's one of the 6 companies that realtors are saying is worth the hype in real estate. Okay. Now, if you look at some of these things, they're not even technology companies at all. Geographic farming, that's more of a concept, right? But is it worth the hype? Yes. EDDM, I don't even know what that is. If you guys know what geographic farming by EDDM is, please let me know. Studio by GoDaddy. Well, we know GoDaddy is just a real estate. GoDaddy is just a website platform. And Wiki Realty, I don't even know what that is. And TikTok. Well, good luck if that's where you're going on TikTok. We're just kind of getting our toe wet with TikTok. But anyway, there's Listings to Leads. And for us and all the competitors, every door direct mail. Thank you. They can mail postcards. Got it. Cool. All right. Thanks so much, guys. I did not know what that was. Every door direct. Of all the competitors that I see out there in the space, and there are a lot. I mean, like I said, CirclePix kind of disappeared, but a lot of the CRMs kind of are butting up against us because, top CRMs like KB Core, Ylopo, so many CRMs want the ability for agents to run ads and capture leads. We are a lead source in almost all the top CRM platforms. And I think one way to look at Listings to Leads is we should be the top of your funnel of leads, right? And then you take all the leads of all the ways that we capture and you drop them into your CRM, any CRM that you really like, and you start working those leads. Okay. So that's kind of, I wanted to look there before we go into how the system works. I do want to talk about a few resources because I did mention that there are over 200 tools in here, and you're not going to understand everything on this 1 hour call. You're going to get an overview here. So right now I'm sending everybody, you should see it blinking in the little chat bar there. I would open this up and I would save this. I think this is one of the most valuable resources for our clients and people just wanting to learn more about it. And it's our YouTube channel. Scott's doing a 8-part series on how to make $250,000 in real estate. And I do, classes just like this. And the 3 classes that I do, I definitely want you to be aware of. One is Facebook ads. Now we're going to change this and you're going to see in a few minutes, we actually have Google software. So we've been working with Facebook for so long, but you're going to learn a lot about the kinds of ads that you can run with both Google and Facebook right here on this class, the 3rd class. The 4th class is Get Started, which is what we're on today. So if you want, you can go back there. And then the 3rd class that I do is Top Tools to Get More Listings. And you can see one that I did 2 weeks ago. So if you want more listings, obviously you got to go there. Get started. If you're new to us, I will tell you this. I really recommend that it is worth your time to go check out these titles I just listed to you, but just check out like the first 5 or 10 minutes. Because if there's something new, which there's always something new, I open up the class with that, right? Today, I can't remember if there's anything new except for Google, but we're going to go look at that in a minute. So this is the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on a recording, just type in listings to leads on YouTube and you'll see this here. Click on the title, the name of our company here. It'll bring you here and there'll be something making noise right there. Where you really want to go is pause that, go to the videos page, and that's where everything that we're doing is. So you all have that. I gave it to you on the call, but for you that are seeing this as a recording, that's how you get to that page. There's also another great resource, which is leadgenwebinars.com. And that's where you can sign up for our free classes. And so I definitely recommend, if you like to sort of hear things live and ask questions, leadgenwebinars.com. That's how you sign up for classes just like this. Okay. And then the last place that is I think a really useful resource, and I know our clients appreciate it a lot, is our Facebook group. All right. We have a private Facebook group, which is our mastermind group. Now, one thing you should know, it's private, which means if you go looking for this and you're not in it, you won't find it. Like if you type in Listings to Lead Mastermind Group and you're not part of this group, you're not going to see it. It just won't be available to you. So go into the support page and ask them to add you to this. You'll see that question come up from our clients. Is something working, not working? People are telling us, hey, I ran an ad and here's how many leads I got. Just a lot of questions of how our clients are using. And it's coming like, this is from one of our clients, right? And he's showing actually what we've been adding lately is what we call short form video scripts. Now, if you don't know this, video is in a way the future of social media advertising, right? And what I mean by that is that TikTok is just, running over the whole world and it's all video. Instagram has quickly adapted and saying, hey, we're going to have stories. Or is it reels? Reels. And Facebook has stories and even YouTube has short stories. So if you intend to be, operating with social media advertising and having a social media strategy, well, you need to know how to, how to play in that video platform. So we're actually writing the scripts that you need, and they're kind of hidden all over the place. But this is great. Kelvin just did a recording and said, hey, this is what I did. And this is what it looks like. So really psyched to see that. And that's kind of why the mastermind group is so helpful. It's that it's not just Scott and I talking. It's also our clients saying, hey, this is what I did. And this is how it looks. Here's somebody saying, hey, here's how we can connect listings to leads to BombBomb, all kinds of stuff. Right. So it's just a great place The mastermind group is an awesome place. I'm going to leave that open because we'll probably come back to that later. And then the last resource for you is when you log into your account is the support team. We've got a great support team. And if you put a question in this box right here, this little one that says, please help us explain how to help you, you're going to find that our support team, the whole group is following that. So they're going to jump on that and answer your questions very quickly. We constantly, and I'm really grateful for this, we constantly get awesome feedback from our clients saying your support team is great. So definitely lean on them. They're going to be helpful. Let's get into it. So when we're talking about listings to leads, and get started, there is always this page right here where we connect you. And I actually don't like to work in this because this is kind of a shortcut. I like to go to the profile, and I'm going to show you what we need to do to connect, right? So just in terms of setting stuff up, we want to make sure that you go to auto posting. What this allows us to do is auto post your listings or listings that you borrow to your social media accounts. So the first thing it's going to say is, let's see here. It's going to say connect to Facebook, connect to Twitter, connect to Instagram, and connect our Instagram down here and LinkedIn. And even if you don't use these platforms, I recommend that you go dust off your passwords and connect them here. Once you've done that, you can click on listings, and you definitely want to click this button here, copy, and that's going to push this over here and then save it. All right. And what I'm going to show you what this looks like. It's basically dynamic text. So what that means is we're auto posting your listings with pre-written text, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, what's also going to happen is we're going to put landing pages behind it. So if somebody clicks on that text, you are going to get free leads because you've got people following your social media. And then it's like, hey, I have a new listing, just listed, open house, just sold. Boom, we're pushing it out. People look at it, they click on it, it captures leads for free. Our clients love it. It's one of the first things that starts generating leads for many of our clients. And they just are kind of blown away. You can also here have us auto post home valuation landing pages. So you could say, hey, I want it to go once a month or every week. I want a home valuation page going to my social media platforms for free automatically. I don't want to touch it, right? You would copy this over here and that fills it up. If you're going to do it bi-weekly, you probably want to go to week 3 and do that again and then save it. Okay. There's also a down payer assistance landing page. So I'll show you where the landing pages are, but you can kind of see new construction. You want to get these kinds of things out for free, meaning you're not paying for an ad. Just go ahead and set all that up. Now you also see up here in the profile, CRM integration. We have a lot of APIs from some of the biggest CRMs out there. If you don't see us, you can also use API Nation, or if you don't see your CRM, and you can also use Zapier down here. They have a lot of connection points for a lot of companies that we don't know, right? And even if these are not options, a lot of CRMs, they have a unique email address, right? So it might be your name with a big, long, weird number at the end at followupboss.com, right? And that's a unique email address for you. And if you put that email address right here in that box that says lead forwarding email, it's very likely not your email address at your office. It's something that CRM company created for you. And it's unique and usually ugly and weird looking. Okay. You put that there and you save it. And then boom, that tells us anytime we capture a lead from anywhere, send it to your CRM and they'll scrape it and put it in for automation. So if you don't see your CRM on this list or on API Nation or Zapier, or they don't give you any unique email, you probably need another CRM. Okay. I will tell you, a lot of our clients use Follow Up Boss. They love the interaction. KV Core, they like it. It's more expensive. It does more, but we have so many clients using that. Of course, we have so many clients. KW, that there is W command that says, do you guys just not want to integrate CRM? Seems like an easy all-in-one. I don't know what that question is. See, not integrate CRM. Are you saying, do we want to build our own CRM? Is that what you're saying? And if that is the question, yeah, the answer is yes, we don't want to be in that space. we're, we're really good at advertising, marketing, and capturing leads. And I'm sure you guys have seen CRMs, they get deep and heavy and they go far. We have we have an awesome year for 2023 planning. I don't think we need to be competing with CRMs. If we get to this place where we're not adding more value for clients to capture more leads in better ways, then maybe we'll start thinking, oh, maybe we should add a CRM. But you know what happens? What's going to happen by, the end of next year is the market's going to change. The real estate market will change. There's going to be new competitors, new platforms that we have to integrate and get there. Justin is on the call. As I put this in my profile, will it work with all the agents I sign up, or do I need to? Justin, that's going to work with all the agents that you sign up. Okay. So Justin's got kind of a team account. And so if we go look at a team account, each agent can connect they have their own profile, and each agent can connect their profile. And this is like you, Justin. But on the office level or on the team level, you can connect your social media. So your social media connection will auto post all of your listings. So a lot of offices, if you got like Coldwell Banker in New Jersey, they want all their listings to go to their office pages. But each agent can say, hey, I just want my listings to go to my social media pages. So Justin, that's how that works. And for you, that's how that works. Okay, that's how team account. So if we go back to the profile, there are a couple of things that I do want to point out. We did auto posting and CRM integration. If you have reviews on Zillow, check this box so that we auto populate your reviews on Zillow. We just sweep them right into the tools. Okay. And that's great because if you've got a home for sale and there's a bunch of reviews about you, great. Next year, we're going to be adding the ability to sweep in reviews from other platforms. Zillow is the first API to be out there. And so we're having to do the rest a little more manually and create our own. What else do I want? Oh, appearance. Just in the FYI, you can control your appearance here. You can put your logos here. You can change your color scheme here, and that will flow through. And you can also, I would check out these new single property websites. We have like our old single property websites were pretty simple, right? Very simple, but we just added a bunch of new ones. They're super modern, really beautiful. I definitely recommend that you go choose one of these now. They're in your account now. And then also, this is the social media share look, and I'll show you what that means in a moment. But when we start sharing things to social media, you might want a cleaner look. I really like this kind of look here, right? So you just click it and you save it, and that's what your social media share stuff is going to look like. Okay. So that's appearance there. Definitely want to make sure that you're looking at that so that your tools look the best, or they look the way that you want them to look. And now that's kind of our setup. There's a couple more things that we need to do. And I'm going to start first with social right here. Now, social is a kind of a new section that we have that we launched this year in 2022. And it's more of like soft real estate content. It's written in-house. We got really beautiful pictures, and it's not about like interest rates, right? Which is always the kind of stuff that it's a little bit more about just things around home ownership, right? So when you land here, it's not going to show you that calendar. It's going to say connect your social media. So you connect all your social media accounts. Then it's going to say, great, when do you want to publish? And maybe it's once a week, or maybe it's every day. And then the last thing it's going to say is, what topics do you want to publish? And you can do all these things. Me, I kind of like outdoor living. So I've always got gardening and landscaping, patios and decks, kitchen design. You can make this fit your personality. And that's what's nice about it. Now, if you want, you can click on these eyeballs. That always means view, right? And you can go and look at all these things. But honestly, this is not something I recommend that you burn a lot of time on. You can if you just want to scan a couple, but I do recommend that you turn it on and forget about it, right? Because it's just going to put more content on your social media pages so that you don't have to really waste a lot of time doing that. Okay. So that's the big part of the social page. There's also something here. Let me ask you this. If you can just give me a yes or no. Does anybody here use Instagram? Are you building a following on Instagram? So if the answer is yes, look here what I'm going to show you. Okay. So Mary is, yeah, a little good. Personally, I like Instagram because it's a photograph kind of platform. You share photographs, and also it's very easy to build up your networks there. But right here, what is difficult about Instagram is actually getting leads off of it, right? To get people from Instagram to you, right? That's what's, I think, a bit of a trick. Now, this here, you can say, hey, you know what? What is this from listings leads? Well, I can say, hey, I'm going to change the background color to this and put it there and save it. And you can copy the link and embed it on your profile on Instagram. So every time you're writing something, give me a second. Every time you are posting something on Instagram, you can always say, view my link, right? More link, see link in bio kind of thing, right? So I'm going to save that. Let's go view it. And it's going to look kind of weird because it's optimized for phones, right? So on this, which is now the link, it says super awesome real estate agent, right? And if you notice, well, you may not know this, but all of your listings in your account are here. Okay. So if you've ever put pictures on Instagram, you might know it's not really easy for people to get off of Instagram to something that you have. This is a sold property. So when the call to action comes up, it's offering a free home value. This is for free. This is a free part of listings to leads. There are a bunch of PDF guides. We're going to dive in a little bit more on PDF guides. There are landing pages right here. So if somebody wants their free instant home value, this is all embedded in Instagram, right? So, and you can actually use this, I think, on systems like TikTok as well. If you're building that, anything that's kind of mobile based, you can do that. So that is, where is it? My mouse is so sensitive now. Okay. So anyway, that's on the social content page. The last part of setup is ads over here. Now I'm already connected, so I'm not going to disconnect, but I want to make sure that you understand that this is part of setup. Okay. And that is when you come here, we're already running ads in this section. You're going to have two big buttons. One is going to say connect to Facebook, and the other is going to say connect to Google. So let me ask a quick question. If you could just give me a yes or no answer, have all of you run ads on Facebook? Just a yes or no. I don't need to know if you've used us. Thanks. A lot of you have. No, you haven't. Okay. Only one of you haven't, but the bulk of you have been, a couple of you haven't. And then let me ask it. Thanks for that response. That's good. Let me ask one more time. Have any of you run ads on Google? Yes or no? No, 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 no. Awesome. Interesting. Yeah. So that's a huge opportunity for all of you. Google local. Yeah. So future plans. Yeah. Good. Okay. That's right here. Yeah. Okay. So so first of all, on running the ad, the first thing is connect. And so if you don't have a Google Ads account, go create one. And most of you don't. I don't think any of you here have said you run ads on Google. So let me kind of explain the difference. That's it for setup, guys. Okay. I'm going to explain the difference now that we need to think about of Google versus Facebook. Okay. And let me show you Facebook. I know, like, a lot of realtors, because we've been doing this for so long. I've talked to so many realtors that are like, oh, I don't want it. I don't like social media, right? I don't want my picture up there or whatever. And I get that. But guess what? In the United States, adult American people spend 40 minutes a day on Facebook. And all they do is I'm going to pause my ad blocker here. Okay. Pause. Good, 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 good. All they do is they just scroll down this page. If you have a business page, they may like your page, but they'll never go hang out on your business page. So now when I scroll down here, first you see your friends doing whatever, and then you start seeing ads, right? Here's Zoom info, right? Then you see your friends again, and then maybe what they're looking at or whatever nonsense is going on, right? My friend's has a kid now. This is what people do for 40 minutes a day on Facebook. Okay. And many of you know that, hey, I can run an ad with listings to leads, and let's just do one real quick. I'm going to do a listing ad on a home that's for sale. And we're going to come back and talk about this in detail in a minute so that you understand the ins and outs of this. But if my flipping mouse would work, I'd really be happy. Okay. Okay, there we go. So this ad that you see on the right, all you got to do is click publish. It's going to show up right here, just like this thing, right? Just like this ad. So that's kind of the beauty of Facebook. People are here, they're on their phones, they're meeting with their buddies. And then boom, there's your ad, right? Here's an ad here on tiny homes. Okay. Your ad that you can create with our system, close this page because it's confusing me, will appear right there. But what do you think people do when they have a question? They have a question, just any question, like, how do I sell my house? They don't go to Facebook and ask that question. They go to Google. Okay. 86% of all searches on the internet, meaning 86% of all people that have a question, they go to Google. And that's where having an ad strategy for Google makes a lot of sense. And let me tell you, how you sell a house, these search terms for that topic they're trending on Google right now. So, the market has moved, interest rates are moved. It got kind of wobbly over the summer. It's starting to, the squeeze box is starting to go again. But now here we are where the one of the main searches is sell my home, right? Like that's what people, and so this tells me two things. One, people want to sell their home, and two, they don't know a realtor, right? Because if they knew a realtor, this would not be the big search. And this is the big search. This is the big trending search. So let me talk a little bit more. I'm going to see if I can top search terms to sell my house. There's a really cool article, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to give it to you right now. I do see some questions. So if you have questions about this, what we're talking about right now, I'm going to answer them in just a moment here. Now, I want to give this to you because I think this is worth understanding because one, I think you should all have a Google strategy. Two, you should probably use us to execute it because we have Google software now. And just like Facebook, we boiled it down to like one click, right? So I'm sending this article to everybody right now. And I'm going to walk you through why I'm sending it to you. I clicked on something. Yeah. So top SEO keywords. Okay. So what is SEO? It's the search engine keywords, right? So what are people looking for? Well, right here, and this article was refreshed in October of 2022. So it's not even 2-3 months old. These are the top keyword searches for buyers in 2022 by the millions. Okay. And this is kind of monthly analyzed. Houses for sale, right? Zillow house. This is what people are typing in on Google right now. Now, if you'd like to get more listings, these are the top words being used by people who want to sell their house. Selling a house, cost of selling a house, taxes on selling a house, right? Makes sense. This is what they're doing. Selling a house by owner. FSBOs are always a strategy for realtors to get. I'm going to get into landing pages very soon. We have landing pages for you for FSBOs. You could create a landing page. You might have 5 different farm markets. You could create a FSBO landing page for every farm market and then have a separate ad running for each of those four markets. So if somebody's sitting in that town writing this question of how do I sell a home by owner, you would actually have a landing page that can answer the question and you would capture lead. So I have a big question here. I'm having a difficult time with Google Ads account. Google Local is completely different side of business. I was calling them earlier to cancel. Should I not do this? Can I run ads on Google Local? I don't think you can, Alexis. I would ask that question to us, our support team. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that. I think Google Local looks like this. I'm going to jump off of this page. Did I send this to everybody? Let me see. Hold on a second. Yeah, I did send this to everybody. Yeah. Thanks, Joey. Yeah. Let me show you, I think, what Google Local is. And Alexis, if you'd answer yes or no, I think this is what you're talking about. Burma Superstar. Yeah. So Google Local is this box over here. Okay. That's what I think that is. When we're running an ad on Google, let's do that search that I was just showing you on that Virtuance article, right? It's like sell my home, right? Sell my home. So if somebody comes in with a question, these ads right here, you see this, it says ad. So if your ad is speaking to answer that question, great, you're going to be there. That's where our ads are going, Alexis. So that's going to require a good ad account, and Google Local is that kind of optimized business page. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But I want to remind you or point out, like the first 5 pieces here are paid ads, right? And the rest are just big national deals like Opendoor and Realtor.com. Steve, are you back? It looks like you're back. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome, Alexis. I hope that helps everybody understand. Okay. So so when we're running an ad, we're right here. You want to be right here. Google Local is that kind of web shop for your business. And you all should probably have Google Local, but ads is, that's a big part of it. Okay. So let's talk about the other kinds of ads that we can do here. And let me have a sip of coffee while my computer is taking its sweet time. So like I said, we can do Facebook ads and we can do Google ads. So I showed you how to run a listing ad. Oh my God, I got to check the settings here. So on a listing ad, I do want to point out, this is something you won't know about our system if you're new to us. When you're creating an ad for a property that's early stage, like for sale or just listed or open house, the call to actions are to get buyers. Okay. When you're creating an ad that is on a later status, like under contract or pending or active contingent, then the call to action is to get sellers. It's saying like this one is sold. It says that home is sold. That's going to affect your home value. So it's all pre-written. It's even got the town in there, and all you got to do is click publish. Okay. Now that's the simplest way to do it. There are more details on how to run ads effectively. I do want to remind everybody of our YouTube channel because I've been kind of yammering on pretty long here. If you got on this call late, I'm going to send this to everybody right now. And I'm going to remind you of the top 3 things that I want everybody to see. Facebook ads right here, which goes into details of how you can customize that ad, get started, which is a class we're doing right now, and the top tools to get more listings. So this class is almost like a bit of a hybrid of all 3 of those, right? But anyway, if you want to customize this ad, you would click in this box here and you would say, whatever it is, if you think it's going to get people, click. Okay. So this is going to get listing ads because it's later stage. You just click publish. Okay. Now you can also run PDF guide ads, and let's see if I can get there. Yeah. So right here, I think this is really powerful right here. And you can do this if you want buyers or sellers. So here, if I click on sellers, you're going to find that there are 40 PDF guides, all about 5 to 6 pages long. You are branded on every page, and you don't need a listing to use this. You can say, hey, do you think anybody's going to get a divorce in my town? Maybe they're thinking about it. I'm going to click on create an ad. Now, if you notice there's a little white circle there, you can download the report and read it if you want. And you'll make sure your picture looks good. But on this one, you're going to have to type in the name of a city, right? And, you know, so if this is your farm market, you want to run this kind of ad, maybe not about divorce, right? But there are 40 different reports for homeowners about real estate, right? And there are 40 different reports for home buyers. So you type in the name of your area, you click publish. Okay. Okay. Listings to Leads works in Canada. Yes. Yes. You have to manually add your listings. It does not pick up MLS numbers. Correct. Gurpreet. That's right. We don't have that feed for Canada. Yes, that's right. But all the tools that I'm showing you work exactly like they work in the US. So like I said, there are 80 PDF reports. You can do them for homeowners or home sellers, right? Now, and then you can also do landing page ads. Okay. So I've got a landing page for my town of Lafayette, right? It's like where I live. I want the bulk of my business. So I'm running PDF guide ads in Lafayette. I'm marketing homes that are for sale or sold in Lafayette. And I'm also going to run an ad that says, get your free home value, right? So this is the Lafayette Reservoir. I have a picture on the back of my landing page that I went and created. I'll show you in a few minutes where you create those pages, but you update the background picture so it looks like something that people are going to recognize. Trust me, everybody runs up around that lake. They walk their kids, they walk their dogs. In this case, you got to type in the name of the town. Okay. Now, if you ever seen this, yeah, good question. Good question. How many miles do you suggest? That's exactly what I'm getting into. You cannot get tighter than 15 miles. And that's what I was just going to get into is I want to show you where Lafayette is. Okay. So you understand. Now, for some of you, a 15-mile radius might be just fine. Okay. But it's not for me and it won't work for many of you. And here's why. If we had been talking 5 years ago about Facebook ads, I would have told you that is the best place to run an ad. Okay. To get home value leads. But right now, that's Lafayette in the center of this thing. If I have a 15-mile radius, pretty much every city on this map is going to see that ad. So that means the ad is not really effective. And a lot of our clients recognize that. They're like, wow, this is not getting anything, right? And can you send a home value ad to a custom audience? Jill, you win the free chicken dinner. Right here on this class, on my video page, if you scroll down about a month or two ago, geo farming, no, that's not it. I actually talk a few times about how to find home buyers on Facebook. No, that's not it. Custom audiences and how to target homeowners right here 2 months ago. Okay. And I actually do it a couple more times. Let's see. You want to look Facebook ads, best way to get listings from Facebook 4 months ago, new strategy to get high quality listing leads from Facebook. And Jill, those 3 videos speak to exactly your question. Can you send a home value ad to a custom audience? And I covered that in some detail there. If you want more listings, Facebook is a cheap and easy way to do it, but you do need to know the steps. Doing it the way that I did it right here, this is not the way to do it. You would be wasting money doing this. A lot of agents like to do it. And for some agents, it works just fine. You have to be in kind of a big rural area for this to work well. So all those PDF guides are already created. Sorry if that seems like, yes, Steve, all those PDF guides are already written. When you update your profile with your picture and all that, all your contact information is going to show up on every page. When you go to your appearance section on your profile and you choose your colors and you put your logo, that all flows into the PDF guides. All right. So that's the kind of ad I've talked to you about, the pros and cons of running this ad. The real answer is go find the best way to get listings. Facebook, new strategy for high quality listing leads from Facebook. You need to see that. I think it's wise for all of you to have more listings. And so that would be my recommendation. Okay. I do want to give you one thing about ads and what to think about regarding Facebook. So they set a price per lead. Okay. They set a price per lead and so when you're talking about seller leads, I think for buyer leads, it's about $2 a lead, right? Right now it's the month of December and most of your competitors are taking a nap right after Thanksgiving turkey. And that's really important to know because the price of leads is often set by how much competition is in your local market. So if everybody is taking a nap until spring, your cost per lead probably going to drop right now. And usually every year our clients come in the mastermind group and I've heard people say, my God, I'm getting leads at 10 cents on the dollar because everybody's gone. They're waiting for spring. So, but let's just focus right now on listings. If I run a listing ad on a sold property, that seller lead will cost me $7, roughly. Okay. More or less. If I run a PDF guide ad for homeowners, which you now know there are 40, those leads cost around $10 each. Okay. And if I run a landing page ad, like I just showed you on Lafayette, well, Facebook knows that is your most favorite kind of ad. So they charge you the most. And those leads often cost $12 to $15. Now, every time you run an ad, you'll notice that we put, when you're running an ad for a homeowner, we're running an ad for $50 or $50 for 7 days. Okay. So if you do the math, you now know your lead's going to cost $7 or $12 or $10. You can kind of figure out how many leads you're going to get. Okay. And then if you're over on Google, I don't have enough experience to tell you what those ads are going to cost, but I am going to tell you this. Let's see here. What's the problem here? What is the problem with my, sorry, let me refresh this page. Lord of mercy. I don't know what I have to do here, but my mouse is really just, I have this, wireless keyboard and mouse, and boy, my mouse is just acting like a jerk. On Google ads, that's again, you want to do the landing page ad for Lafayette, for home values. This is definitely where you want to run that kind of home value ad. And I don't think you have to worry about all the things that I just told you, like Facebook doesn't do, because it's just going to be, it's way more straightforward. So you're going to type in Lafayette, California, and you're going to publish. Now, if you want, you click view the link and you're going to see where that's going to drive to, right? That's driving to my Lafayette home value page. So it's really simple. I definitely recommend that you're taking advantage of Google, especially if you want listing leads. People, let me remind you, people do not go to Facebook and ask how I sell my home. They go to Google and ask that question. So you want to have a Google strategy. Okay. So is this per ad? What if I'm posting $10 a day? Is the cost divided? Yeah. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. So we're on Google now. Let's go back to a Facebook ad and answer Steve's questions, because I think they're good. If you're not familiar with Facebook, it's wise to understand. Yeah. Not 10 ads. Yeah. So, okay. If I'm per ad? Yeah. Okay. 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 So let's go back. Sorry, guys. This thing is, so we're going to wrap up. I'm going to answer a little bit more about Facebook ads. Of course, it takes me the wrong place. And then we're going to jump into listing marketing. Okay. We won't go too much into landing pages. Maybe we'll go into landing pages real quickly, since we were looking at that. Not dollars. Okay. You just focus on just one ad for 7 days. Yeah. So let's just go back to the basic, right? Let's create an ad on a home that's for sale. And let's talk about what this all means. No problem, Steve. No problem. So it's going to be lifetime budget. I actually recommend that. If you do daily budget, this is your total budget here, 35. If it's a 7-day ad, which it always is, and you can always change it yourself. You want to make it shorter or longer. It's going to be basically, if it's daily budget, it's a $5, 7 into 35. It's going to be a $5 a day ad. Now that you know that buyer leads cost about $2, you can kind of expect 2 leads a day, right? If it's a seller lead, and basically before you even think about daily budget, I recommend you always leave it on lifetime budget. What that does is that tells Facebook to put your money when on Facebook when the most traffic is there, so you get the best results. Okay. What you don't know, and even I don't know, is are people, if I do daily budget, it means $5 a day. And you may not know that on Monday, nobody even goes into Facebook. Right. And so you're wasting your $5. It's not getting any traction because nobody's there. Whereas if you leave it on lifetime, it tells Facebook and their algorithms, drop the money when I do that. Okay. Whenever you think it's going to be there. Okay. And it is per ad. Yeah. This is the budget for one ad for 7 days. Okay. So we were looking at my Lafayette landing page. So let's go over to the landing page, and you get 3 landing pages right off the bat: free home values, down payment assistance, new construction. You click on the eyeball to go look at them if you want, but I want to make sure you understand you should have landing pages for all of your farm areas, and you can create unlimited landing pages in your account. We have landing pages for FSBOs, for expireds, for iBuyers. Property Valuation Plus is our free home value page, right? You can also do custom buyer pages. If you got a fancy report, you want to run it, you could do it there. Empty nester landing pages, right? So if you do Property Valuation Plus, which you should all have, you type in the name of your favorite city, and you do this separately for each one. So I'm just going to do Summit, and you just click create landing page. And at that point, it's going to drop you on the editor. Now I created one over here for Lafayette. So I just want to show you what it looks like. It's going to drop you on a page that looks like this, but it's not going to have a picture behind it. It's going to have a picture of a laptop and a coffee cup. And we drop you right here so that you upload this image right here. 2000 pixels wide in a landscape format. It's going to look good. Okay. You want a landing page for home values for every farm market you're in. It could be a city. Don't do a county. It could also be a development or even a neighborhood. Okay. But then targeting becomes a trickier deal. So you're going to want to go to my top tools for more listings on how to really leverage that landing page once you've created it. Okay. So that's landing pages. Let's talk about listings. Now, listings, somebody is here from Canada, and rightly they raise the question or just statement that we can't auto sweep listings in Canada. For most of you in the US, we can auto sweep your listings, and we do when available. What I want all of you to do as soon as you get off this call is to get into your account, go to this page, listings. Right up here it says create listing presentation, and click that. And you want to download this, print it, keep it on your desk, and get familiar with it. It's really a difficult listing presentation to compete against. So if you're going to be raising listing leads with us, generating listing leads, and you get an appointment, you obviously want to take that with you. Now, just like the PDF guides, you're branded on every page, right? Your color scheme that you chose, your logo, it's all there. And it's going to talk about all the things that we're doing to market a home. These are all the things that we're helping you do. We're not talking about listings to leads though. We're talking about you, the agent, bringing value to that homeowner to sell their home, right? This is, I think, 27 pages long. You need to download this and get familiar with it. Partly, it's also going to help you understand what you have available, because you may not be, understand that. So I'm going to click on an active listing here. No, not that one. This one. Okay. Now, a lot of what I'm going to show you, we actually email to you automatically. First, we do this thing here. It's coming soon. I'm not sure if you need this. It's going to allow you to register to join our coming soon training class. You can download this checklist in English or Spanish, which tells you what to do. But you know what it's going to tell you what to do? Everything on this list right here. So if you want a piece of paper to remind you, download it, right? or just go right here and go, hey, you know what? I'm going to start at the top because Scott and Vince sorted this by the most effective tools being at the top. And I'm going to run an ad, right? Bang, done. Google, did you connect to Google? Because now you should be able to run an ad. I will say this, I'm not, for me, I'm not sure if this is doing a whole lot, creating a listing ad for Facebook or for Google. I'm not sure really what that is. So I really, I recommend Google for getting listing leads. I don't recommend Google for getting buyer leads. But the social media posts here, this is what we started the class on when we were talking about social media auto posting, right? So you can see here that it says, hey, on July, we auto posted this. Now this is going to be usually a lot faster and it looks like Scott deleted it, but it auto posts to your social media. It looks just like this. And when you click on it, it's got a landing page. There is a tool that we send you and it says seller social media tool. It's in your email. You want to open that email. You want to copy this information and you want to email it to your homeowner. Okay. And when you do that, you call them for 5 seconds and just say, hey, I know you get 100 emails every day, but I just sent you something. Would you paste that on your Facebook wall? Because we want more people to see your home. We want more people, we want to get the best deal, the most amount of money. Can we add or delete items on this presentation? I think so, Valerie. I think so. I think you got to ask support for that. You said you recommend Facebook for listing leads and not Google. No. Let me be really clear about the difference from Facebook and Google. We're looking at a listing right now. So if you're looking for buyers, use Facebook. That's what I'm saying. If you're looking for buyers on Google, don't do it at the listing level. That's what this is here. If you're looking for listings though, Google is the number one place to get listing leads. You can still get listing leads from Facebook. Our clients have been doing it for years, but Google is the number one place. Okay. So back here on this list, the nearby homeowner letter, this is the number one tool for getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts. So what I'm saying is we have a lot of tools that capture listing leads. Okay. But then there's the question of how many of them turn into a listing, right? Well, that has a lot to do with your conversion. But this tool here generates listing leads that convert the fastest into a listing contract. It's a piece of paper that you download like I just did. You print it, you door knock it, you mail it. A lot of our clients have been doing this by themselves, downloading it, handwriting envelopes in really crazy, colorful envelopes because they don't want them to get thrown away. We now have a new partnership with a company called Express Copy here, and they will do all the stuffing. You can even tell them like, I want 100 or 200 pieces to go out, and I want those people to have 5 to 10 years equity. Right. So only the people receiving this are people who would really likely sell a home. Right. So that's a great way to do it. I am going to point out, I mentioned on the call, top tools to get more listings. I go into more detail on those calls there. So definitely use that. If you're somebody, there's an e-flyer for your database. It's an electronic version of the previous tool. Lots of lead capture here. If you're an agent with a CRM with hundreds or thousands of leads, copy it here and blast it out there. For you, those of you here on the call from Keller Williams, if you're using KW Command, I don't think they allow third-party content. Vivian, thanks for joining. Please get on our YouTube channel. I know I'm running late. We're kind of going deep here. I'm going to move quickly. We have single property websites. We have virtual tours. If you're going to do any postcards or door hangers, use ours. We've got URLs on the front and on the back. On the front, it's go check out the home. On the back, that affects your home value. So now your postcards, your print can actually capture leads for you. Okay. Then we've also got sign writers. If you're using our tech service, it's built in there. If you like QR codes, that comes with the system. So that's there. And that's kind of it. I kind of move fast on the end because we're hitting the 12 o'clock place there. Please get to your listings page ASAP. Download this listing presentation. Get in our mastermind group. Get on our YouTube channel and spend some more time there. And then lastly, I'm going to talk, for those of you that are hanging out on the call, I'm going to go to our mastermind group. There are 3 people. I mentioned the nearby homeowner letter being the top tool, right? So there are 3 names that I want you to search in the script. There's a little magnifying glass: Chris Winstead, Dustin Fox, and Alicia Pless. Okay. They all have been using that letter and they talk a lot about it, and it's going to help you understand how to leverage that tool. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dustin Fox. I would say goodbye. And if you have questions, please put them in here now. Dustin, when I signed up their office, it's Pearson Smith, just in Virginia, south of DC. He was a rookie agent, had been in the business for 2 years. He was doing $5 million a year. And in that year, he came in and he said, "Hey, this is our best ROI. I'm taking your nearby homeowner letter. I'm putting it in an envelope with my little calendar. I'm paying first class. I even made a little Zillow review on Canva, and I stuff it all in envelopes, and I mailed it first class to 250 homes in Virginia. And I got 10 listings with an average commission of $17,000. So that's our highest ROI." Dustin wrote this being 2 years in the business, and he is pretty stoked, right? 2 years later, he gets on a call with us. Okay. He gets on a call with us. It's in the mastermind group somewhere. And he says, "The reason I want to be on this call with you is that I now am doing 20 million a year 2 years later, and 80% of my business is coming from your tools." I can tell you this, I never spoke to Dustin prior to that call. He came to our YouTube group, he got on our training calls, and he learned how we get in there. Maddie, you get in the mastermind group by going to the support page in your account. Is there a way to do scheduled social posts on the platforms different times? I think there is, Maddie. I think when you go to your settings on your profile, you can kind of schedule stuff to go out. And then what were we going to finish here? Yeah. So when we were on that call for Dustin, and he said, "I went from 5 to 20 million in 2 years. Well, and 80% of my business comes from your tools." I was floored. And I just said, "Hey, how much time every week are you putting in this thing?" Right. To do that. And he says, "Oh, I do 2 hours a week. I drop my daughter off at ballet and I go next door to Starbucks and I work in your platform for 2 hours. And that's how I went from 5 to 20 million." There's one more guy I'm going to tell you about in the mastermind group, and he is far more recent. And I mentioned his name earlier. His name is Chris Winstead. If you're going to use the nearby homeowner letter, check out what he's saying. He basically, if you go in the comments, he gives you the recipe. He gives you the recipe of how he did it. And we took it and we automated that recipe. I mentioned Express Copy. He says, "I send that letter out every 2 weeks to my neighbors who've owned their homes for 5 years or more." He was buying that list from Remind. Now we have an integrated partner at Express Copy, so you don't need to buy the list. Once they opt in on the home value page, I hit them up every week. Phone calls, bomb, letters via mail, and letters left at the door. Okay. So he mails this letter out every 2 weeks. Very few people are going to type in that web address and go to this page and give them their contact information. So he takes those people and he hits them up every week. Now, that was Chris. And fast forward like a year or 2 later, not only does he become the top listing agent in his office, he goes off and starts his own office. And the very first thing he does is he says, "Hey, here's how I customize listings to leads tools to get more listing." He's using our platform to recruit. Okay. And he's got his own office. He started at the beginning of 2022. I'm sure he's just killing it. I haven't found a way to separate the platforms. Only gives you, okay, well, then that's as far as we go, Maddie. Sorry. We don't do everything that we dream of, guys. But Maddie, just if it helps you, I haven't had a lot of clients complaining that we're blowing up their social media. Everybody, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope this call helped you. Use our support team. It's down at the bottom left. Ask them to get you in the mastermind group. Get on our YouTube channel. Check out what's going on here. Steve, thanks for joining me. I'm glad you got in on the call. Jill, thank you too. I appreciate everybody's questions. Like I said, your competition is taking a nap for the next month or two. If you're not into Facebook, now would be a good time to run some ads and get some low cost leads. All right, everybody. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the holidays. Keep safe this winter, and talk to you soon. Oh, one last thing, guys. If you need a team account or an office account, email me at Vince at Listings to Leads. I'm the one that sets up all the team and office accounts. So I should have mentioned that earlier. Take it easy. Bye-bye.